Hello guys, welcome to TechMazar. This is Rohit Sharma, and in this video we are going to analyze our quiz 14, which is based upon two subjects: communication systems and electronics measuring instrument. Okay, so before starting the video, I would like to advise you to please join our Telegram group, that is ISROTA for ECE, to attempt these types of quizzes daily at 7 p.m. And also we have launched our test series, and the registration will start from 28th of April, and the test series will start from 5th of May. Okay. So let's start the video. Question number first: which of the following statement is correct? Noise has the greatest effect in communication system when it interferes with the signal. First of all, noise is mainly added in the transmitted signal in channel. Okay, noise is added in channel, remember this. Okay, and the channel has two characteristics. First, attenuation of the signal. Second one is adding noise to the signal. Adding noise to the signal, and first one was attenuation. Therefore, noise will have the greatest effect in communication system when it interferes with the signal in the channel. Okay, therefore option B is the correct answer. Next question: if the modulation index of an AM wave is changed from 0 to 1, what is the transmitted power? If we write the formula for transmitted power, that is equal to PT is equal to PC carrier power bracket 1 plus modulation index square upon 2. Okay, now if I am saying if modulation index which is equal to 0, then putting m equal to 0 here in above equation, then we will get PT will be equal to the carrier power, and if m is equal to 1, then PT will be equal to 3 by 2 times of PC. Okay, now they have said that the modulation index changed from 0 to 1. What will be the change in this transmitted power? Therefore, we will find the change in power, transmitted power, that is equal to PT2 minus PT1. This is PT1 and this is PT2. Now 3 by 2 times of PC minus 1 PC equal to 1 upon 2 times of PC. Therefore, 50% increase will be in the transmitted power. Therefore, option A is the correct answer here. Next question, question number 3. Now, for an AM signal, the bandwidth is 10 kHz. Bandwidth is given as twice of FM, and bandwidth is 10 kHz. Therefore, FM is equal to 5 kHz. Okay. And the highest frequency component present in 705 kHz. Highest frequency component is given as FC plus FM, which is equal to 705 kHz. Now, if you know this waveform, this is FC, this is FC minus FM, and this is FC plus FM. This is the highest frequency component, which is given as 705 kHz. What will be the carrier frequency? We have to find the carrier frequency, that is FC. Then FC is equal to 705 minus FM. FM is 5 kHz. We have find it already. 705 minus 5, which is equal to 700 kHz is the correct answer. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question, question number 4. Which of the following desirable features are possessed by SSB in comparison to AM? Okay, for SSB SC, remember, for SSB SC, only one sideband is transmitted. So power requirement is lesser in SSB SC compared to AM. Okay, therefore first is correct, less power is required. Second, bandwidth required is less. How bandwidth required is less? Because bandwidth required is FM in SSB, but in AM bandwidth is 2 FM. Therefore bandwidth is also less. Therefore 1 and 2 are correct. Antenna size can be reduced. No, antenna size remains same for both the cases, SSB and amplitude modulation also. Therefore 1 and 2 is the correct answer, option C. Okay, now question number 5th. Question number 5th is an amplitude modulation superheterodyne receiver with intermediate frequency which is equal to 455 kHz and carrier frequency is equal to 1000 Hz. We have to find the image frequency. Therefore, image frequency is given by FC plus F twice of Fi, intermediate frequency. Therefore 1000 plus twice of 455, which is equal to 1000 plus 910, which is equal to 1910 kHz. Therefore option D is the correct answer. Next question. Question number 6. In TV signal, video signals are transmitted through amplitude modulation. Therefore, option A is the correct answer, because video signal is transmitted to vestigial sideband modulation technique. Vestigial sideband modulation technique. Okay, that is a form of an amplitude modulation. Okay, now question number 7. Question number 7 is, with increase in the transmission bandwidth, received signal power in AM and FM will respectively. Okay, for amplitude modulation, bandwidth is given as twice of FM. Okay, if we further increase the bandwidth, there will be no effect on receive power. Okay, therefore there will be same frequency component in the case of amplitude modulation. Therefore, for amplitude modulation, it will remain same, RS remain same. But for frequency modulation, the bandwidth requirement is always infinity. Okay, therefore if we increase the bandwidth here, the other frequency component will also increase here at the receiver side. So there will be the increase in the transmission bandwidth in frequency modulation. Therefore option B is the correct answer. For amplitude modulation it will remain same, and for frequency modulation it will increase. Therefore option B. Question number 8. In a frequency modulation system, maximum frequency deviation is allowed to, that is del F is 1000 is given, and the modulation technique, that modulation frequency FM is given as F1 kilohertz. And we know that modulation index is equal to frequency deviation upon modulation frequency, that is FM. Therefore del F is equal to 1000 upon 1 kilohertz is equal to 1000. This will get cancelled and the modulation index beta will be equal to 1. Therefore option C is the correct answer. Next question. Modulation has a number of advantage. Which one of the following is not correct? Okay, modulation has a number. Efficient transmission will be there, reduction of noise will be there, overcome hardware limitation, no, this will not be there, require higher power transmitter. Okay, therefore option C is the correct answer here, which is not correct. Question number 10. One of the main functions of RF stage amplifier in super heterodyne receiver is to improve the rejection of image frequency. Okay, remember this, option D. Question number 11. Now from here we will study about the electronic measuring instruments. Okay, now question number 11 is saying, it is first of all saying what are the characteristics of thermocouple type instrument. Okay, thermocouple type instrument always works with square law, that is it does not have any linear scale, it has a non-linear scale. Okay, remember this. Therefore second option is wrong, it has a linear scale, because this is wrong. Okay, first its accuracy is very high, as high as about 1%. Therefore 1 is correct. It is an RF instrument, can be used for frequency up to, radio frequency instrument. It cannot be damaged by overload. This is wrong. Okay, therefore option 1 and 3 are correct. 1 and 3 is given by option D. Therefore option D is the correct answer. Next question, question number 12. Which of the one of the following is basically current sensitive? Current sensitive element is a permanent magnet. PMMC instrument is a current sensitive instrument. Remember this. Next question. A 12-bit analog to digital converter has a range of 0 to 10 volt, that is full scale range is given as 10 volt. We have to find the approximate resolution. Approximate resolution is given by full scale, that is 10 volt upon 2 to the power n minus 1. 10 upon 2 to the power n, 2 to the power 12 minus 1. On solving this, we will get 2.5 millivolt as the correct answer. Okay. Now, next question. Question number 14. In a high frequency AC signal, whose RMS value is Vrms, that is Vrms is given as √2 volt, is applied to a PMMC instrument, then the reading. First of all, before solving this question, first of all remember this, that PMMC instrument is always used for DC. Okay, but they have applied a AC signal, then the reading of instrument will always be 0. Option D is the correct answer. Next, question number 15. The number of bits of analog to digital converter required to convert an analog input in the range of 0 to 5 volt. Accuracy is given as 10 millivolt. Therefore accuracy is equal to full scale range, that is 5 volt upon 2 to the power n minus 1. We have to find the number of bits. Accuracy is given as 10 millivolt. is equal to 5 upon 2 to the power n minus 1. Now 2 to the power n minus 1 is equal to 5 upon 10 millivolt, that is 1000, 0 cancel, 500, 2 to the power n minus 1, 2 to the power n is equal to 501. Okay, 501. Now we know that 2 to the power 9 is equal to 576. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. This will lie in because 2 to the power n is equal to 501 and 2 to the power 9 we know that as 576. Okay, therefore option B, that is the 9, is the correct answer here. Okay, now next question, question number 16th. Question number 16th is saying a 0 to 100 volt has an accuracy of 1% at full scale reading. Okay, what will be the error if it reads 50 volt? Okay, first of all we will find the error. Error is equal to 1% at full accuracy is 1%, and is equal to 0.01 into the full scale range, that is equal to 100. This is equal to 1. Error is equal to 1. And what will be the error if it reads, the voltmeter read 50 volt, then error is equal to 1 volt upon 50 into 100. This is equal to 2%. 2% is the error, therefore option B is the correct answer here. Next question, question number 17. Frequency sensitive bridge. Frequency sensitive bridge is the Vane's bridge, is the frequency sensitive bridge. Scaling bridge is capacitance measuring. This is also capacitance measuring. Maxwell is inductance measuring. Therefore, Vane bridge is the frequency measuring device bridge. Now, scaling bridge can be used to measure which one of the following. I have already told you capacitance and its power factors. Option D is the correct answer. Question number 19th. A bridge circuit works at a frequency of 2 kHz. 2 kHz is the audible range. This we all know that. Okay. Therefore, the detector which can be used here for null condition is headphones and tunable amplifier. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is the very easiest question. Okay, because nowadays each and everybody is using mobile phones. Okay, and we know that in a mobile phone we have a battery, and the battery comes in milliampere hour, mAh. We have already seen that, like generally Android phones have 4000 mAh battery or 3000 mAh battery. Okay, what is mAh? Milliampere hour. Therefore, the energy capacity of storage battery is ampere hour. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. These are the 20 questions which were based in the quiz for communication system and electronics measuring instrument. If you have any doubt related to this, please ask me in the Telegram group, and all the very best for your exams, and we will meet in the next video.